up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place of calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is a show, my people. Billies our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. Is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to build a and all the things that we feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Billies, yeah. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play around, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's not so it no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is a show, my people. Billies our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. Is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to build a and all the things that we feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Billies, yeah. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is a show, my people. Billies our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. Is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to build a bay. And all the things that we feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Billies, yeah. Wake up, Billies.
Morning, Belize. Welcome to the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Tuesday, 17th June, 2025. I'm Mose Hyde, hosting today inside Belize's premier morning conversation. Hello! Weekday mornings, we love to link, we love to reason, we love that you're here. Whether you're listening to Creme Radio, you're watching XTV, got us via your apps, or streaming on our social media access points. Great having you here by simulcast coverage. We trust that as you rise this morning, you have great health, you have strength, your energy levels high, vibrations positive, and hope you got this space, flexibility, and we could fit we in, we could fit you in, we could just work this out. We know your morning is busy, but we are very pleased that you found time for us to start your day. We hope this conversation is going to be amazing. But before we do all of that heavy lifting, we've got a bit of what we call the warm-ups. That means we get you up to date with the news. We've got your weather forecast, of course, that's first. That comes from the National Meteorological Service, and forecaster Catherine Kamabach is going to lead us into that.
Good morning, Belize. A relatively moist, unstable, and a moderate to strong easterly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with some cloudy intervals, and high temperatures today are expected to reach 86 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 92 inland, and 78 over the mountains. Tonight, the skies will be mostly cloudy with low temperatures of 81 along the coast to 74 over inland areas and 68 in the higher elevations. A few outbreaks of showers and isolated thunderstorms will develop mostly over southern and some coastal areas. The winds will blow from the east at 10 to 20 knots with higher gusts, and the sea conditions will be moderate to rough. A small craft caution remains in effect for occasionally gusty winds and locally rough seas. Operators of small craft are advised to exercise caution. A low tide will occur at 10 minutes past 8 this morning, followed by a high at 2:01 in the afternoon. Another low will occur at 9:08 tonight and a high at 3:23 a.m. The sun rose at 5:18 this morning and will set at 6:29. The moon set at 10:55 a.m. and comes up at 11:35 tonight. The outlook for Wednesday and Wednesday night is for cloudy skies, along with some outbreaks of showers, thunderstorms, and periods of rain, mostly over the south and along the coast. In the sargassum forecast, satellite imagery continued to show high concentrations of sargassum over the area, and therefore the risk of more sargassum affecting the country remains medium to high. And in the tropical weather outlook, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 48 hours over the North Atlantic Basin. And that's your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
And now making news this morning, the Belize Airports Authority in a one-paragraph statement yesterday informed that on Friday, June 13th, the board secured deeds of release for the two controversial airport security contracts totaling $28.5 million with 4 Diamond Security and ICE Security Limited. The BAA notes that the release comes at no cost and writes, this agreement formally concludes all prior contractual obligations between the BAA and both security companies. At the same time, BAA says it continues its investigation into the tender process used to award those contracts and all matters related to it. It commits to taking whatever steps are necessary after the investigation is concluded. It adds, operations continue seamlessly on the new arrangements. The authority is actively implementing its forward-looking security strategy to ensure Belize's airports meet the highest international standards. Police in Independence are investigating a tragic incident involving the death of a farmer identified as 48-year-old Enrique Barrera of Honduran origin. Reports are that he was at his farm around midday yesterday feeding a bull when the animal suddenly charged at him and inflicted a large gash to his right thigh. He was unable to get to the hospital in time and reportedly bled to death. In her budget presentation in the Senate on May 30th, General Chanona, who represents the Belize network of NGOs, centered her contribution around transparency and accountability in public expenditure and ensuring that all the bodies tasked with those responsibilities are able to do the work. She also called on the citizenry to play their role in ensuring that government is being held accountable as every cent counts in the efficient and effective use of our public funds. She then stated that it is time for a third-party review of public spending to uncover any leakages.
We need to make sure that nobody convinces any of us, any citizen of any age, that our constructive work as citizens is done once we pay our taxes and come out of the ballot box. That is not it. That does not move the country forward. I strongly believe what moves the country forward is advancing open government initiatives to ensure that government policies, processes, activities are more transparent, accessible, and subject to scrutiny. I am told that the estimated cost of corruption is $1 million a day. I can't find who started it. Lots of people have repeated it, but I can't find out where the source of it. But even if there's a mere possibility, if that is not enough to motivate us, as Senator Herrera called out, $10 billion out there, and we don't have audit for the last decade. And I am proposing specifically that we need to commission some type of third-party review, because let's face it, if we wanted to do it ourselves, we would have done it a long time ago. Get a third party in to review and identify the leakages, the losses, so that we can realize the efficiencies needed. And I want to start here in asking every single oversight body to confirm either that they have the resources they need to do their jobs, and if they don't, to identify that to the public. Because it is unreasonable for us as parliamentarians who took an oath, who are called upon to approve the budget, to assume that they have what they need to do their job. Because believe me, and I already hear the colleagues talking about this, as members of the Joint Public Accounts Committee, we have to hold those offices accountable. But I don't want to go in assuming that they have what they need to do their jobs, if that is not the case. I am hearing they do, and I am hearing they have that, but I need that to be something that we have confirmed, because I need to know if our expectations are legitimate. And if they don't have the personnel we need, then we don't have the reasonable expectation of being able to depend on the critical nature of those offices and what they're doing. Because these entities cannot only be in name. They must be working, seen to be working, and for the public to feel them working, so that we're all confident that our limited funds are being stretched, maximized, and getting where we need them to go.
In a cabinet brief issued on April 3rd this year, it was notified that Cabinet had asked the minister responsible for elections and the Attorney General to liaise with the Elections and Boundaries Commission to work on any constitutional amendments needed to carry out a redivisioning exercise. It also informed that the Cabinet agreed to facilitate the Commission to ensure that the redivisioning exercise is completed within 1 year. That would be by April 2026. However, at the budget debate, a minister said it would be completed by the end of 2026. We asked the PM to clarify before the debate was over.
I don't know who said it. If anybody did, they misspoke. Okay. What we said when we met in cabinet, that we wanted to finish it within a year, which is since the cabinet met. Yes, within a year. But I believe that we can do it even before that, because most of the work has been done. So it's just a matter to set the parameters the way it should be done and then work it from there. So I think we could do it within 1 year. We were before 1 year, but we have given ourselves 1 year.
The Senior Courts of Belize, which was under a cyber attack on Monday, notified that its registry is now operational and functional. This means that marriage license applications, apostilling of documents, and receipt of payment for court and registry business are now allowed. The Senior Court also informed that users can continue to file documents for cases and conduct necessary registry business through manual procedures. According to the Senior Courts, they implemented alternative systems to ensure that matters continue to be heard. Our reports are that the response team put together by the Senior Court had to rebuild the entire system, which cost around $400,000. The Belize Port Authority has informed that a semi-submersible drilling unit, the MV Titania FE, is scheduled to arrive in Belize today, but the BPA says its visit is strictly to resupply stores and to comply with regulatory requirements set forth by Mexican authorities. Because of draft limitation, the BPA says the vessel will not enter the Belize City Harbor and will anchor outside of English Key. It is expected to remain in Belizean waters for only 4 hours before returning to Mexico. The BPA further explains that under international maritime law, Belize is obligated to facilitate such port calls and assures the public that the ship is not authorized to engage in any activity beyond the approved resupply operations. We are told that the usual vigilance will be activated by environmental organizations. And that is the end of our morning news update. We will take ourselves a small break, and when we come back on the other side, ding ding, the business of conversation. That's right. We'll be right back. You're listening to Creme Radio. You're watching XTV.
Informative, accurate, current information. Crem's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards. You'll actually want extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because at Smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart Gains, Smart Savings, Smart You. Smart, bringing people together.
back to the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Tuesday morning, 17th June 2025. I'm Mose, hosting today. And now that we have completed the preliminaries, we're done with that, we could say now, call-in. This is a call-in show. We welcome your calls from wherever you are. Our phone line is 280-5848, just in case you've forgotten it, you've never used it. That's the number for you to link with us right now and participate in the conversation this morning. If you're not in any way obligated to talk about what I might be talking about or what another caller talks about, you could just come in with your own thing. You could sing your own song from scratch. We have our first call of the morning. Krem, good morning, WUB. Krem, good morning, WUB.
Morning, my brother. How are you?
Good morning, sir. What's up?
I like call first, because when I call first, I get a chance to talk a little longer. You know? So there are a couple things we could talk about,
Okay, sir.
But I got a couple things for the bother me too. And the street, they talk, One, the street don't call it off. With the money, the balance, the deposit when they get over there that the airport concern the transaction with the security firm. You understand? What I want to ask you is that where happened to the money there? For your knowledge, you call it to last. You think so? What do you think? You call it a lie?
Brother, you could call and thing a loss if we talk about, I don't know, you invest in our concert or you invest in our lead dance and rain come, right? You don't spend your money on your all the different things. You buy your drinks. You know this life.
Yeah.
You got your drinks, everything ready, and then we in condom and maybe you invest. Some people might invest in our rice and beans. You know this life, and you got your thing ready, but then a rain come. Or sometimes nobody come. Rain no come, but nobody come, and that is what you say. Why that one L? You feel me?
Yeah.
That one L. Because you invested, you actually have the things in there and you may try one thing.
Yeah.
But if I give you money before you work for me, right? Let's say for we line of work where we do the concert or thing and you decide you want to pay the DJ in advance.
Yeah.
And then let's say you pay the DJ one small sum like say only 200. I would have want to ask you if the DJ not do no work and not show up, if the way you want to look on it is that, well, boy, I have to take that L.
No, we don't take no L. We are book another date. Yeah, who me want?
Okay, so you could do it that way, but remember now, they don't expose that this DJ that never get his run based on any credential, never do the right way. So this DJ no on your line up again. That's it. It they happen again.
Boy, you tell me. I will take that L.
So for 200, you to tell me take one L, but you to suggest to me that we as a people for take one L with our 750 long ones, Ks, grands, or a mil, I don't know, 750 to a mil. You to suggest that is something that is being considered, that we're supposed to say, well, there's nothing you could do about that. For 200, we don't got a mindset, but for 750K or 1 milli, we are taking L in a 2025.
All right.
I asked
you.
you put the question to me, you know, brother.
Yeah, but I just want to hear your feedback on it because
So-
I know knowledge, your knowledge with my one, we have to figure this out.
Okay, with the reason, with the reason, with the reason. Adam a figure. First of all, nobody know if who will someday before they start work, right? So even if the contracts were say but the contracts have been, you know, they said they cancel the contracts.
They say they tear up the paper in. Call it off.
But so you tear up one mill too?
But Mose, you understand, Mose, with all that too, what did you tell me? So you have to go back and look for one because we still need security in there.
And when we get a
We still need
security,
a security company to control things.
and when we get a security company, then I want to do it for free.
This is what I said. So a different money we are playing with it.
Well, you think that the new company want to say, well, we want to do the work for the boy we got the mill, we want to do that, we want to do a mill worth of free work on behalf of? You think that's how that going down?
I know. Then the Lee Shark man say he don't got nothing to do with it. For the truck, he say he don't got nothing to do with it. He don't know about it. He don't got a hand in that. I mean, he passed that long time. You know what I understand was? Them brother, sometimes you have to be careful how you talk to them because sometimes you talk, so just a certain thing about them people and most and you feel a pinch from afar.
Yeah.
You don't know who pinch you. Honestly.
So it is very automatic, right? The money has to be returned, and I imagine that those who have the money are not beating down the door to return the money. So the government has the responsibility, since they didn't put the money in their hand. They are tasked with getting back the funds, and so the release doesn't speak to that. It's that we want to know if they have sent a letter requesting back the funds, since they have deemed that if the contracts, the process for the contract were deemed to be flawed and not correct, then automatically the disbursement of the money as a result of a incorrect contract is also incorrect. And so we would want to know that a letter has been sent requesting the money, and if the money is not being returned, then that matter has to be taken. The government has one whole department, whole ministry will deal with this, where the matter has to go to court to get back the money. This is not a small sum of money. Like this is not rocket science. You see, this requires a little bit of logic. If the contract that I signed with you is flawed, not legitimate, and has now been rescinded, then the monies that I gave you, whatever the reason why I paid you some money, like one signing bonus, like when they that like a signing bonus, every aspect of it is flawed and has to be turned back. So maybe they're not telling it apart, but maybe the letter has been sent by the required attorneys for say, hey, where they go on, where I need back the money.
So I can be transparent and make we know if that we want to before we have to come to this point here.
I agree with you with that. We got bigger fish to fry. This one you don't get. You're done essentially like if.
Our color fish have more. Our color fish have got to get bono.
No. You see.
That get bono.
No man. No. You see what happened is that. Big respect to Jules Channel 7 on relentless work on this matter. And they're not every day the government is forced to tear up a contract. Understand that this is not a norm. So it has to be abundantly clear to them that this bucket here can't carry water, that they can't bring an argument, they can't produce minutes of any meetings, they can't make one legitimate case that the issuing of these contracts was done in a proper way, and of course everybody seems to not know about it.
Yeah.
So if nobody they take responsibility, nobody never know about it, the relentless work has forced this situation to be overturned. This doesn't happen every day. Understand that this doesn't happen every day. It has to be that they clearly realize that they are completely vulnerable to serious legal issues because they don't have the evidence to show where this thing was done in any legitimate fashion. So the fact that they have chosen to turn back way and to avoid this and not even to say have the then even is, and listen to me, there have been many instances in the past where government officials from all administrations come and try bullshit way and give us some long story cow dead, horse dead, cow fat to try cover up something we never done properly. The way that this has been unmasked, the way that this has been laid out is that everybody will run from it like that the worst bucket that you know what they ever smell. Everybody will run from it. And now to the point of running from it, they have cancelled out these contracts. If the contracts aren't good, and if you can't stand and make and have been unable to make any counter argument to say that this was legitimately done, nobody is even taking one for the team, well then the money has to be returned as well. And just as the work has been done, the work has been done, the journalist work has been done, tremendous journalist work has been done in exposing this. Then once you and we, the people, know this, we have seen this, we know everybody know this shameful reality will happen, then if the money is not returned, then it's on us. What more can Jules or Channel 7 do? What more can be done? The public knows. So the public knows this are not Gestapo. They know the money has been spent. The documents have been provided to show that monies were given in advance. The matter has been so put out there that they have had to retreat and rescind the contracts. So now there is no doubt. So if it is that the money is dead, then I would have to say, my brother, then it's on us, no? That we essentially say, go through with that, take that, we good. That's what it is. So it's really not on anybody else right now. If you've been told that one situation like this gone on, you know the details, you know you never right, you know it wasn't done properly, and nobody did come forward to defend it, nobody didn't come forward for even BS way. If we just write off that, which again, we the people, that for we money, we could, if that for we position, say we don't care about it. But it's on us now, I believe. That's my position. It's on us.
All right. I want to know, as a journalist or TV host, all over in the media world, we don't see it no more in terms of our privacy. Don't see it no more. We texting with information from our phone because by the end of the day, if you offend any high officials, they go and dig up your files after a phone and come back and remind you and say, boy, Mose, I see on my text brick, where you have written the text about. Or you have the communicate. So I want to know one with us safe.
I think
we call it all away.
I think you've raised an important point. I don't believe we're there as yet. But, but you've raised an important point. Because last week I joined in the conversation on the matter of BTL, and it's no hypothetical anymore because essentially in BTL's release they have essentially confirmed that we not is talking for we want to buy out everything. We want to buy out the phone competitor, and we want to buy out the cable companies, all the cable companies. We want to run and be the sole provider of everything online. And I raised some issues to the Honorable Chair of BTL, Mr. Mark Lizaraga, on various matters, and I said I have concern number 1 and I have concern number 2, but I don't exhaust my list of concerns as yet. And where you touch on that, the one where I call the selfish one, the self-preservation one, the one where, listen, my position on this is they're not just they do it out of I just try be one good talk show host. And no, there are some selfish things in this. Some selfish self-preservation interests that I defend here. And you just raise one critical one. No, my selfish self-preservation issue is not a concern only to me. And it's not only a concern to journalists, because we no longer live in the world where the only people distributing opinions and information are those whether on radio or on TV. We know, because of the social media platform, we have one long list of people where they create content, where they distribute opinions, where they give information, all different type of news online and on Facebook and blah blah blah, and everybody where they utilize this grid. Listen to me, Generation Z and Generation Millennials, every damn generation will come after the whole generation. No know that within we lifetime, me and you, we walk the face of the earth here in Belize when the only one place there where you get information from. Enough we lifetime, my brother. We in our Belize, me and you, we are from that era, and those who are from our generation and before us lived in a Belize part. They used to have to fight and used to have to protest for try get access for get on the only avenue to talk to the people at the time, the one radio station that existed, which was controlled by the government. Even the opposition party was essentially prevented from having free access. In our lifetime, we lived in a censorship state. In our lifetime, you generation Gen Z and Gen X, Gen Y, whatever gen or no gen, you all don't know nothing about that. What you know that free up. You know so much channel, so much radio. You know you could turn on a phone and chat on one chat. It could even, it's wide open. Lovely. But we know that we know that far away from having had within our country one censorship state. It was the norm. No, let me break this down for you. when we create a super government monopoly, which will happen if we sit down and watch the negotiations result in a transaction, the government of Belize, no matter which administration, the government of Belize would then control the only platform that would be distributing every form of content into the homes of Belizeans. Now, I have a very serious problem with that. In fact, I have a serious problem with the fact that presently, because things have changed, you see, there was once a time when people, your cable channels were coming to you through on cable. There was once a time when there was a cable company for every little region of the country, and you had, and most of them were private. All of them will link in and they get a special deal for the cable, whatever. That's how this country run. But you had different cable operators for different regions. And, you would have that content coming through a physical cable. Radio stations transmitting to the air, TV stations, some had transmitters. That is a Stone Age reality now. Our content, our channels have been bundled together and are being provided through the internet protocol without nothing going to, at least per YouTube, per TikTok, and you're an individual, and even those international entities have deals with content makers, Belize and all around. You get one something back. The television stations that are transmitting right now and that are being shipped around on these internet protocols, no negotiations about that. Now, somebody they package that up, but don't package that up. They look for sell. We are being sold, bundled together and now sold off to one super buyer that's not going to have the complete control over the distribution opportunities on this platform. And just imagine this. You say, well, why? No, nobody ain't do nothing. Nobody ain't do nothing. No tell me nothing about nobody ain't do nothing. Because what it then means is that all they have to do, I said, oh, this one here, they create problems. You better figure how you want to get your signal to other people. We take you off of we grid. The government is going to, once again, we would be going backwards into the Stone Age, regressing from where we are now to whip out you and they at the mercy of the government of Belize. All of us. And you say, well, we could depend on Facebook and YouTube. Hello, let me tell you this. Those social media platforms are extremely pro-government. So if one government said today, with regards to issues, trust me, YouTube, Facebook, they're rally with the government. You could go research it and find all the instances where, especially Facebook, they're not into upset authorities. Zuckerberg make it a business to make sure he gone and kiss you know whose backside as for him first act for sure. Listen, I know they have to create trouble for you, sir. These are not entities that are going to defend the interests of you as any, oh, well, we ain't got Facebook and we ain't got YouTube. All of it is going to be centralized and controlled by a government entity. And I completely deal with the existence of that government entity. I completely defend the interests of having Digicel being a successful company. What I stand against is for end up, we regress to a point where part the access to my distribution has to go through the government gatekeeper with monopoly control. And you say, oh, you the sick ghost. Let me just tell you that in 2006, when the internet was just emerging as the platform through which content will dominate, there was a thing in Belize known as BelizeWeb.com. Do you remember that, sir?
Yes.
So BelizeWeb.com was the first entity on the BTL that started to put radio stations online.
Yeah.
And we were there and the other radio stations were there. Me and my big mouth, when the owner of the phone company at the time, Mr. Ashcroft, when he fired I think at the time was either the president or the vice president, the general secretary of the union at BTL, a young sister at the time by the name of Christine Perrier, I vocalized disagreement with that. The consequences, Mr. Ashcroft and BTL took down our signal out of the BelizeWeb.com stream. We were struck down. So you can't tell me that I already have imaginary ghosts in my head. We have lived that. We had a good Samaritan who created an alternative for us online so that we could get back up. But the point is that what they are talking about here is the acquisition of the entire distribution network online under the control of the government entity. And it doesn't mean that that as they get this, oh, okay, make we take this one off and take that out. That's not how it happens. But you could look even in the great United States of America, how one man could make for their mighty billion-dollar media industry get on their knee. On their knees. On their knees. The majority of them are on their knees. So one man. That's all it takes. So the time to object, the time to stop, the time to make your voice be heard is not when they punch you. You have to object now and loudly. This aspect, this concern that is selfish one, that we come from a time when censorship was the norm. Belize people, especially all the gens when they got the Gen Zs and whatever, who don't know about that. But in the twinkling of an eye, that could be our reality once again. Because that the very environment is going to be conducive to that kind of bad mind. It is going to enable the environment because you don't have any other way, any other option that you can go to. So the point where you raise is not, we're not dead and no, but that's an imminent possibility because of the loud noise coming about the soon to be acquisition of everything, all competition for cable and telecommunication going into one house, the house controlled by the government. That's for somebody who in this line of work, I could tell you that not sound good at all. But if you understand the work and you understand the value of the freedom of expression, then you will understand why this is not something you could just, even if you know you're in the business of TV and radio as I am, you will understand why this is something where should get your maximum attention.
Well, Mose, the reason why I get my attention, Mose, is because for the fella the head of the union, your bedroom there, when I watch the news and get information, and I add it with the information that I receive, I realize no. So two man get now a dispute. I don't like calling him, but two man get now a dispute. I want to get Bex, and he's in charge of the. They don't want to get Bex, and he started to say, well, I want you to ask him this question, and I said, so that means you need to dig up in this man file and monitor this man for a different level, which you have the authority to do it. I don't know if that's something against the law or legal to do. You understand? So I said to myself, okay, so nobody's safe now. Okay, who you are? I use us as people in the media, but the reality is that nobody's safe now. But our left that day, we are focused on that and watch how that can turn out. I got one quick thing to tell you. The bedroom out at some picture. We hear a woman catching a dispute and with a dog.
Yes, sir.
Mose, I don't know the bedroom to say a lifestyle and they wrong every day, but I know as when I drop on the island for somebody where they just come pick me up and
the bedroom that was killed or bedroom that was killed?
Yeah, no, not the one that killed that part. The one where the son.
Okay.
One cool bedroom Mose. But then I put my head for the block for nobody and swear for nobody, but dealing the bedroom for one-on-one, they were cool bedroom.
Yeah.
When I make a call out, they say the understanding what I get.
Yeah.
Right? This bedroom I love the dog Mose. Right? This bedroom is the dog blue pick fine small. Love the dog. His family know he love the dog. I tell the dog aggressive. But I said no. One time I meet the man or man, an aggressive person. You don't see that citizen man.
Yeah, but because I understand I understand your feeling, you have feelings and sentiments towards one bedroom of yours, and your respect to that. But from what I understand, no, is that he has been charged, no?
Yes.
And so he will have his day in court. I generally don't get into trying a case on the air like that. I think we can both agree that this is a very unpleasant tragedy. I mean, all tragedies are, but this is extremely, when it involves a son and a father.
It's confusing for them, man. For the family, confusing for the family.
It's the worst of the worst. When it comes, you have one son killing his father the day before Father's Day. Really, it's extremely sad. Ultimately, whatever the circumstances are that led to this, whether this was self-defense, whether this was extreme provocation, the court will deal with that. But what it cannot undo is the fact that what we believe should have been a matter resolved differently has ended with somebody losing their life. And that is always...
That's my point of I get to come and say by the NSD. I know the people, but why when they under the influence, when one man frustrated and one day under the influence, because I can't understand my everybody tell me I told Virgin just come for work for the day. You understand?
Yeah, but Breaker, I understand solidarity you have your Virgin. I just to say, then there are the things where will have to be presented in court, right? I feel like that they're the cases tried.
I hear you.
Yeah, I obviously we don't know all that led to this. From what the news report is that there was a 2x4, and so we don't know and I imagine this is just a terrible time for
But I
family.
don't go by the news, you know.
Yeah.
I don't go by the homework with the information when they tell me, and when I hear about it, I say, boy, yo, this never happened. You never have to reach that far, but you just get out of control. Because that's the first time they get in any kind of argument there. I want to lift that side, I want to end off with this.
Yes, sir.
Right? The two powerful unions. One, the plan of peace rally, the one with the public want support there and jump in at the peace rally. The teachers union, the wait on the result of the next meeting when we have to see if they agree or disagree with whatever they've been offered. If it don't work out in their favor, I don't know if school are open September.
Okay.
So parents, I know some parents like buy this, pick the school thing for early. If the teachers then go back at the table and they're not satisfied with what they initial today, when school open back, they don't know school open back. They don't know school open back. That's the thing right now.
All right,
That's
my
the
brother.
power with it right now.
All right, my brother.
Yeah.
Give thanks. It is 7:31. We go to 2 cents calm. Caller, you'll have to call us back. We go to 2 cents calm. We take our first break of the morning. This is WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes.
Watching WB, and this is XTV, I gotta say big respect to 4-point security. Our sponsors, the NTUCB and the Teachers Union are planning a peace rally. They don't have a date as yet, but soon as the date come out, you guys will be informed. So tell me something, when the rally start to kick off, who are going? I want to find out their 2 cents in terms of support. Question idea. So, no school that will open for September.
Well, if we can't settle the dispute we have right now, then there will be no classes. Or the teachers are staying home. And I know my parents have said that they will work with us too. Because they need to respect the teachers. They have to work with the teachers.
So, if we settle, then we'll get back to normal. If we settle.
Then we're going back to normal. And the normalcy that we'll go back to has a lot also to do with the other part of it. There are certain things the Ministry of Education need to put in place too. That they have promised, and we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, you're 2 cents.
That's my 2 cents for today.
All right. Yes?
We want to time in right now at the demand. I'm going.
How you, sir? You know union or you don't know anything?
Well, 8 years or more, and I don't depend on anything.
All right, good. Then the plan on March, are you going this or no?
But I mind my own business.
All right. 2 cents question a day. The union and the plan on March.
I'm going.
Why are you going?
I'm going to stand firm for the solidarity.
All right. So you there?
Whether the job is big or small, every super handy dad needs the right tools. And at Brothers Habet and Habet, we have what you need. Enjoy super savings all June, like 15% off all power tools and hand tools, 25% off track car batteries, Eureka Vats, and Pisaforte towels, 25% off Penta Decon and discontinued colors, 30% off Valspar, and 40% off Dutch Boy paints. Plus, we're giving away $200 to 6 lucky super handy dads. Every $50 you spend gets you a chance to win. So this year, give Dad his best gift yet from Brothers Habet and Habet. Come in or reach out today. Happy Father's Day to all super handy dads.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards. You'll actually want extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because at Smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart Gains, Smart Savings, Smart You. Smart, bringing people together.
Tired of appliances that just don't last? Appliances that just can't keep up? It's time for a change. GE Appliances delivers reliability, innovation, and performance you can trust. The decision is easy. Don't settle for less. Choose quality, choose reliability, choose GE. Paid for by homeowners who demand better appliances.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Forward Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be a live performance of Racindio. Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall. Special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Forward Convention Center. Don't miss it.
back to the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Mose is in the house on this Tuesday morning. Our telephone number 280-5848. We have a caller on hold. Krem, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yo. Colin Moore.
Hello?
Colin Moore, you're up on the air, my brother.
Brother Mose, you ready?
Yes, you're up on the air, my brother. You did it, make a big speech and I got your life on the air, man.
Well, Brother Mose, you know, I'd like to start out this morning by, I have to say stuff, but I have to say, one of the best politicians I have seen in this lifetime of mine is Donald Trump. He's not the best because he's the best. He's good, he did good. But Donald Trump has the tendency to get in our hole. And while he's in the hole, you wake up and say, look, something. Let me say something so obnoxious this morning that they are forgetting that they're in our hole and they're going to taste that. It's called smoke and mirrors. Magician, tell you what you have, not keep your eye fire. And while you move your eye fire and go over there, it pick happens. And this is what's going to happen with the union right now. But I'm more than a union. I have not been a union member, I have not joined a union, so I wouldn't have the passion, but you have been the leader of a union. And when you start attacking the leader of the union, that because they try the extra way. You understand me, Brother Mose? Now, on a show last night, I heard it said that the government can't afford. Now, I, as a union, understand why the people, the fight. If we feel to waste money for a lot of things, of course we want money too. Now, you're going to see two failing companies, mail and mail, I don't know how much $100 billion, got to be held back with talk, for bills. And the people there, when they teach you fixing, when they work for you, when the police and the military and all the public servants, they cry and they suffer. Yes, you will take one. I don't know how they even know the amount yet. How much billion they have paid to the state. And that's why the union have said, but don't get there and start work the union. Oh, the union, the ingredient, the teachers, they want to kidnap the hijack the children and man that our smoke and mirror. And I want to tell you something. Only one fool will buy it to that. Because anybody with a sense could know. Why would you go and buy two companies that are chemistry? They want fizzle out. It's as a matter of fact, in 10 years or 5 years, somebody will come up with something and a new cable. Why would we go buy that? Anyways, my thing this morning, but I was, is the sinister attack on the union. Man, negotiate today, tell them listen to me something, but when you start attack the messenger too, I try to create the man with one. I would have said one here, brush, because one day the whole of the man get black. You think what I say, Brother Mose?
Yeah.
It is unfair, and the people are not crying for. Brother Mose, yesterday I went to the store. Every single shop I went, Mose, I feel like they violated me. I felt violated yesterday. I go buy one steel, the steel gone from $34 to $39. Man, how we are going to live? You understand me? We can't afford things, and I understand that this world and that crazy man over that kind of create some problems. But last man, if you don't see a problem because why you want to buy a failing cable company and your people are hungry? Your people are suffering and they tell you when they can't survive like this. But yet you want to bail up two failing cable companies. Man, if the government will take and say we have built 5 highways or we have finished cosmic the southern highway, oh, I am absolutely there. They were just cost $200 million. You know why? Because when I get money, I feel like I did America, Egypt, France, Italy, some other country I believe. Light up with all of the cat eyes and everything looks nice. Then everything what the government should invest in. But why you won't bail out two failing? And then the close relationship between the Prime Minister and one of the companies and the Henry makes the company and the first one that they bail out. It stinks, they want to squeeze it, the post only yellow again, the green and red. Where you so corrupt, you understand me? So, please go to talk with me, and I'll tell you something before I leave.
I think,
I think so when in the text, the way you call everybody me a win, and everything me a pretty, and all of a sudden the magic one when me a fix everything, broke me up we had, because we had all the ideas. You understand me? You don't reward bad behavior with good deeds. And what the government got this term was rewarded, you know why? They are feeling mighty and powerful because they went back their 25 feet. Nothing wrong to make them jump their 5 feet, make them understand. The people are not happy. The people are not happy with it. The only reason why they never take one lick is because I didn't want to talk about me, but they can't ruin the day. So I don't want to mention this. I didn't want to mention the party. So anyway, but I'm all that about.
But I think, like I said yesterday, and you are right, it is not a good look that the government has decided that the response that they're going to have is to make it about the leaders, in particular the president of the Public Service Union. They have shown ultra sensitivity to being held accountable. They have shown a defensiveness, and they're personal, and it's really I don't know who they think is going to be impressed that you have decided to, in response to the obvious consensus of your major workforce, the leaders are asked on their behalf, are duty bound on their behalf to stand firm and to say what their wants are and what their demands are. And so when you decide that you will demonize such a person who is doing that, it is a fundamental disrespect to the people on whose behalf that particular leader is representing. So it's a very terrible look, and I don't know that there is, like you said, I don't know who sits down and says, oh, you know, that the problem here is Dean Flowers. So it's a waste of resources, a waste of time. Yes, sir.
I would like to give an award to Brother Mose for the integrity you have shown, because I would have thought that you would have taken time. Your decency and your ability to not make it about bad, and you tell it like it is, and I know claim that for that side debate, and I'm proud of you to stand up and take the stand to your stand, even though I know the politics about it. But I would like to say I'm proud of you and stand strong. Whether the blue or red was, it's not about that, it's about the country. So I am applauding you. But
no applause. But listen here. Right the right and wrong the wrong. And
wrong the wrong, bro. Don't care who do it, wrong the wrong.
So that is for me. But listen here. I think it's important. Again, I stand. Let me, as you have pointed out, I have had so many conversations with the president of the PSU on air and off air. We've had on air disputes between himself and I on his position with the former Auditor General. But I fundamentally I'm completely impressed with Dean as a voice, as a communicator, and his consistency. So I know how unafraid he was to speak truth to power under the past administration, because he did it here. I don't know what he did elsewhere. I know he did it here. And now you have a change in administration, and his tone hasn't changed. His courage hasn't changed. He just continue the doing on behalf of members, and a willingness to really call out the powerful, like really calling out. He do it under the past administration. He do it now. Man, from when it comes to respect, give me respect to the brother. And the issue here is that what we expect from leaders, is not, we don't want to see how good you could trace. We don't want to see pettiness. We don't want to see nothing, make it personal. Where we want from leaders is for them for show a level of wisdom, for show respect, and for be able to come forward to the people and make their arguments based on facts, rather than to try to create red herrings. That's what you're trying to create. Deal with what is being said. Communicate back. Talk to the people. Make we hear what are your understanding of the situation. But instead, you want to make it be about the man personal life, and he got this and he got that. Man, I'm wrong with you. This is the person that has been chosen by your workforce to speak on their behalf. Listen to me. It will be a hot summer. I'm not to tell you about the weather. I tell you about the temperature in the country. If the government of Belize not understand that it is not Dean Flowers, it is not Nadia Callis, it is not Sharon Fraser who are angry. Your workforce is angry. Your workforce feels insulted. Your workforce. And if you don't believe that, or you don't care about that, I am telling you, it's gonna be one hot summer in this country. It will be a hot summer. So you could feel like, well, because Colin Moore's party is in disarray, that nothing no matter, and then can't seem to stop quarrel amongst themselves. Listen, your workforce no need one strong opposition for make you feel the pressure. So some might feel like, well, you know, listen. I am confident in my read that there is genuine feelings across the board in government's workforce, from teachers to public servants, of feeling disrespected, insulted, and betrayed. And if the government is dismissive of that, or feels that the only problem they face, that it people speaking on behalf of the workforce. I'm gonna say it for the third time, Colin Moore. The summer one hot.
They are hot, Brother Mose. Before I go, Brother Mose, I'd like you to give me 1 least second more to big up somebody who been for a show for years. Brother David Almantaris. I'd like to tell him, kudos, my brother. When you drive down the double street of Hassiville, he got pissed. You shame the government into Ghana, fix this double street. So if you don't feel Like nobody appreciates it. I want David Almanzar so that he did a wonderful job in shaming the government into go fix that street. Because that's what you call that. Shaming. They have to live there and make them show it. So, I wish they do the little Samal at the junction, you know, though. Thank God Jesus said, I hope I could shame them into that.
Well, I want to expand on this though, but I'll call him more. I don't know why you got on your phone so much that they get some bad feedback from you. It's
you didn't get feedback from me, but I already
get feedback. I hear myself in the phone. I don't know why. I hear myself in the phone. That means that you got on something there, something not go.
No, I don't have not only the phone, no device other than the phone.
Well, then that goes. I've not said anything about the escalating war between Israel and Iran. If I will criticize us for anything in my capacity as WUB host, is that over the years I have found a level of disinterest whenever we talk about anything outside of our borders. I always have to feel a sense of like I have to impose. I understand. We know there are no countries where few of us have ever traveled to. We know very little about. But there will be very negative consequences that we will experience in a very short period of time because of this escalating war. That two very powerful countries are locked in, and every day it's escalating, and there is a madman who is supposed to act as the leading voice on the planet, who they, as you have mentioned, he in a own world. So things just they unfold how they unfold. In his words, he says sometimes you have to fight it out. Incredible thing to say. But he said it. And they are fighting it out. And whether you are, as some in Belize are, pro-Israel, pro-Zionist, let me put it that way, who are believers in the rights of the Zionists, your thing. To those who are aligned with the Persian Empire, the Iranian regime, it's your thing. What I can say, no matter which side you have a liking for, the negative consequences are on their way. You might think that only the oil price. The oil price is one of the things. Early in the year, we said the things that are happening in the United States of America will have negative implications for us. Last week, we saw it reported. People who are in the tourism business are asking, where the people in there? We were on the elevator. We were on the elevator up to the penthouse suite in tourism. Every arrow was pointing up until they start pulling the plug. The tourism numbers, go Google right now how much tourism has fallen in the United States of America. The people from other countries don't want to come across the ocean. They don't want to come to America. They have lost an appetite for this side of the world. The people in America have lost an appetite for go anywhere right now. People, even our own people, they not lost an appetite. They not trust. Even people with a green card, they not trust. Come back home right now, cause they don't know where this Balian deal with. So you might have ignored how the world was changing so rapidly with the change of administration in Washington and how everything was being turned upside down. You might say, I don't want to hear nothing about that. That's not my business. But no, that business there reach we and they affect for we business. It's going to be a long, hot summer, Brother Collymore. Addition to that, now you have to deal with the uncertainty in the supply of global energy as a result of this escalating war between Israel and Iran. You might not want to talk about that. We can't stop it. We have nothing to do with it. But we want to get the impact 100%. Yes, Brother Collymore.
Brother Mose.
Yes, sir.
If I could interject, I'll tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
When you are a bully, you can bully for so long, but one day, in a belief was saying, every fat fowl, one got his Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And what I could tell you about this is that I pay attention to it. I'm one of those paranoid schizophrenics that know that I want to see what's really happening. I don't want to hear there 2 days after. But I'll tell you this, and Brother Mose, I think Iran and Iraq fought for how many years? And there are people about fighting. From what I see, if they believe they're wrong, they are fight. They're not like they want to bomb something, they want to destroy something, because they hear it. But from what I see, Brother Mose, I don't worry about a lot of the things, like the textile. I more think about the suffering. The suffering. When you look at these people, I will tell you this just like how I believe. Brother Mose, if somebody come and kill 21 of my family, one day drop a bomb and kill 21 of my family, I won't become a terrorist. That is no maybe, doubt, if or but. Because you can't do that to somebody. You can't kill all the family they want. That they don't have no sorry way to protect that man. You understand me? So that war over there, I want to tell you the honest truth. Sometimes you can't take the Bible literally, and I think then they take the Bible too serious. And in the name of God, more people and more wars have happened, more people have died in the name of God than anything else, because you got some people what they call fanatics. We go to the extreme. And when you have a bully, and you got a bigger bully than Yoruba, and he now wants superpower, you tend to think that, well, I could do what I want, because not even that side they tell me, man, I don't need to hold this stuff, they go too far. You see what the next man said? So, you know why Trump could say that? None of his children, grandchildren, or family close to him will ever go to war. None of them will suffer the consequences of their actions. So he can say that. You see what I say? You see what he do Saturday? He had a military parade to his birthday, because he see all Putin and the Kim and all of them got a military parade because they have strong men. And he wants to be a strong man. So it's sad that a lot of believers will not pay attention to these things like you said, Mose. But when these place tickets have sneezed, we will get a hold of it and be a very hot summer like you said, Brother Mose.
All right,
Brother Mose, I'm going to leave you with that because I got to get back to work.
Give thanks, Brother Collymore. Give thanks. This is WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We take a break. We'll be back.
Earn V-Bucks and get a chance to win a $10,000 homecation with Benny's. Quality and savings.
Hey, Belizean students! Ready to unlock your future? The Social Security Board is now accepting applications for its 2025 scholarship program. Whether you're aiming for vocational technical, high school, or an associate degree, this is your chance. To qualify, you must be a born Belizean accepted to a school in Belize, entering high school, trade school, or college for the first time, demonstrate financial need and academic potential. Don't wait! Learn more and apply online today at socialsecurity.org.bz. Deadline is Friday, June 27, 2025. Remember, only online applications are accepted. Unlock new opportunities for success with a scholarship from Social Security.
Sea una persona ocupada o atrapada en el tráfico, o que tenga una circunstancia adversa o muy exigente, la tensión se acumula y lo estresa. El estrés ataca a todos en cualquier momento, a cualquier edad. El estrés es un asesino. Es mejor estar vivo que muerto, así que visite la farmacia de Freetown para obtener opciones.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué puedo hacer para usted hoy?
Estoy bien estresado.
Ok, tengo una pastilla que le va a ayudar, ¿ok? Que toma una de eso al día para 10 días y va a estar bien después, ¿sabes?
Ok. Farmacia Freetown, carretera 28 Freetown, donde estás mejor vivo que muerto. Farmacia Freetown, teléfono 22 32 87 6.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Board Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be a live performance of Racindio. Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall, special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Board Convention Center. Don't miss it.
right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Our telephone number is 280-5848. That's the live line for you to get into the conversation. This is not a place where we want to preach. This is not a place where we want to talk to ourselves. We love when you there. I want to go back and forth, reason out things. So Tuesday morning, we've kind of covered a couple of things this morning. One we've looked at. Okay, we have a call. Krem, good morning, WB.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Two things.
Yes, go ahead, sir. Could you lower your radio, your TV for me, my brother?
Yeah, two things
Yes, sir.
I want to discuss this morning.
All right.
One of them, I remember after the election 2020, and the new BTL board was put together. The chairman came on your show, all the radio, all the talk shows.
The what, sir?
BTL,
Uh-huh.
the new BTL board was put in place,
Mm-hmm.
and they found it like, doom and gloom, as if though BTL was falling apart. There was nothing there, like only a shell company was there. And remarkably, in 2 years' time, BTL had this great turnaround that they were giving away like $250,000 to people in all over this country. Now this talk of BTL purchasing Smart and the cable companies sounds like a good idea if you're going to get but you're going to pay for it. But as you say, it's bad to have one person controlling everything, and it's going to be the government, and you know how that could be. You know you have experienced it before.
Yes, sir.
But I have a problem with the commercials. The Smart is doing so great 3 years ago. While all of a sudden they want to sell. And what is the value? How do you really value these companies? Because we have problems. I remember when the court was sold some years ago, it was undervalued. It was valued at about 70 million and sold for 40. And when the government bought it back, they overpaid. It always happens. The same thing happened with BTL. When you paid an enormous amount of money for it, get back that company. But
Yeah, I think I appreciate the fact you've called in. There are
I don't
obvious.
see the sense in it. Cable is dead. What you going to do with the cable companies? These people, when they was making money, they didn't want to sell. Now they are not making any money, and they still want to get their cake and eat it too. No? The next thing I want to talk about is with the Prime Minister and the teachers and the unions. I agree he might not have all that money, but in the words of your good friend Irving Taylor, I am thinking that put together how much money you need, and I suggest we come up with a bond, a 20-year, 25-year bond, the first payment due within 5 years. And I suggest you have BPL, BPL, WASA, and Social Security. They each take up 15% of that bond. So you have 60% taken care of here. And then the next 40% goes to the private sector and the public sector. Give the teachers their money, give the public servants the money, and we pay back for it down the road. I think it's a good idea. Maybe I'm wrong. I will leave that with you and listen to you all.
All right. Thanks for your call, sir. The telephone number is 2805848. Those are the direct lines for you to participate in the conversation. We want to hear what your thoughts are on this Tuesday morning. We've touched on multiple things. We've got a call. Krem, good morning. Krem, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning, Brother Mose.
Good morning, sir.
I'd like to say good morning to those in the diaspora. I have to tell you, stand strong. Stand strong. Thanks to the remittances, thanks for everything on the send for where I have to stand strong. A lot of times people ain't get thanks, you know. And brothers and sisters, they work their butt off, sometimes 2-3 jobs. And we don't give them people, enough thanks. They don't send that. So I tell you, straight up, wherever you are, I don't know in the US, another England, all over the place, we got Belize to Canada. Things want to stand strong and thanks for everything want to send through it. Now, Brother Mose, the Prime Minister, the Minister of Aviation, you got Miss Nada Garcia, they say, you got her daughter, whether they're on board or not. These people said they don't know how they contract them is signed. They don't know nothing. But you are the Minister also of Finance, that you do the payout. How you the payout money from last year, December, so now, and you don't know about their contract and you have to pay out money to these people? And you don't know how their contract signed and you to pay out money? Something wrong, Brother Mose. Something definitely wrong. So you know exactly that that thing I'm signed. So you pay money to something you don't know about. They say all of these things, we got go on the radio. When there's people, when they question me and they come out and say, plain, I don't know nothing. I don't know about this. Then people have to be really, really be sanctioned. Serious. Then they get to it with murder most. And when the teachers and the public officers, they ask for a raise, then they tell us straight up, we can't handle that. So they do on the one. But yet, then could they pay them, brother, for service when they're not they provide? Then they pay out money to these people for service when they're not they provide, Brother Mose. Can we find out then they get paid for months and months in advance and nothing set up? Then they got structure. The teachers and public officers, then they produce. And they don't want to pay them. And then they pay people for not to do nothing. Because when you check out these companies, the name set up, a bad incident may have to happen for we find this out. They hijack our planes, brothers, the life people get stabbed up nearly dead. So we find out that these contracts were signed. Something bad had was to happen to make we know this. But yet, brother, they all about to fly about still. No pressure on it. When they do on the one. And this is the country we the in here. And this is what we the tolerate. And just why when the teachers and public officers stand up, we have to stand with them. Because them brother chance the Brother Mose. And we the taxpayers they take lick. Because we the pay out money. They don't pay out up in their pocket, then they pay for their illegal contract. Illegal. If you don't go through the right process, it's illegal. So we have to stand up with their teachers. Serious thing and public officers, all the hard working Belizeans. We've got to make a stand and say, no, boy, this can't work. This can't work. You can't go in and we face and tell we you don't know nothing. Because you know, you're the pay out money. So you know they contract with it. And you know it's illegal. So we there, the teachers, the public officers, are hard working Belizeans in this country, including police officers, BDM, sanitation worker, everybody. Because all of we take liquor. All of we take liquor. Only one few their menu set up for the rest of their life. For their menu set for the rest of their life. We have to struggle day to day to get food in after we mouth after we pick them out. So I stand with the teachers and public officers.
Give thanks. Give thanks, brother. It is 25 minutes after 8 o'clock. We will take ourselves a break and come back with more WUB WUB Morning Vibes.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Forward Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be a live performance of Racindio. Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall, special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Power Convention Center. Don't miss it.
This is a matter for our families, our children, our friends, and we must be better people. And so we must demonstrate that we will not tolerate anything related to any type of hate crimes. And if it happens, that we provide those persons with legal recourse to address those kinds of things.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes this Tuesday morning, 17th June 2025. Mose Hyde hosting with telephone number 280-5848. But right now we've got a special link with our colleague, chairperson of UBAD Educational Foundation. She is going to be making a live Zoom report of protests. So do we have our dear sister linked in? Sister Yaya, are you there? Not yet? All right, so that's happening imminently. So we mentioned a couple of things during the show. Okay, let me take this call. Krem, good morning, WB.
Good morning, Mr. Mose.
Good morning, sir.
AKA. You know, every time I go to Belize to go see my family or do a little vacation, it'd be fine, right? But when I get back on that plane from Phillips Coasting Airport and head to Houston or Miami, it's a lot of stress for me, even though I'm American.
Yeah.
Every time I get to customs, I get taken to the back to the immigration department. Every time, my brother, I'm American. You know why? Because of my past record from 25 years ago. You know, I got assault on the police officer. I took a police officer pepper spray, did a little time and everything. And no matter what, in the state of Texas, they'll go back 50 years on you in Texas. You know, so the last time I told the custom officer, every time I come here, I get pulled to the back to the immigration office.
They did what?
Excuse me?
They did what?
Put me in the immigration tank with all of the people who's kind of like coming illegally or need to check their background more thoroughly. They put them in a holding tank. So I told the custom officer, if you throw me back in this, that's illegal. I'm American. You put me in an American tank. I said, next thing I said, if you put me in that tank, you see me, I'm from LA. I had to play a little psychology with him and everything. I said, I'm from LA. You can't put no black person with no MS-13 or MS-18 Street in the same tank and everything. We don't play that stuff. Oh, you had a sidebar with this custom officer. Yeah, let me go and everything. I said, yo, you put me in that tank with those, I'm going to take off. You don't know what I did to Mexicans in MS-13, so they let me go. So I told them, the next time you guys do that, I'm going to fall in your holding tank and I'm going to commit a lawsuit. My lawyer said, next time go in there and fall down and trip, because that's illegally to put you in a holding tank with immigrants from a different country and everything. And like I said, that's why you say tourism is so slow. People are afraid to come back. Going is good, but coming back.
It's not only it's not only people are afraid of like people from among the world are afraid to come to America, and you know most of our people who come here, at least from my familiarity with the scenario, a lot of travel comes during the off-peak months from Europe to Belize. But they're not. We don't have direct flights from Europe to Belize. The people who come here have to come to America, and right now Europeans are not so keen on traveling to the United States.
Yeah. I go through this all the time. My passport is booked. This whole bill, and like I told them, next time it happens, I'm gonna fall down. Like my lawyer said, fall down, sprain my ankle, we're gonna sue this place. You know what I'm saying? But next topic again, we're gonna talk about the Iranians and everything in Jerusalem and everything. A lot of people is against Israel and everything, but those Iranians, you already know that group of people right there are suicidal. They don't care about mass population, and that's their intent to do to Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? You know what type of nuclear bombs and energy that could explode 200, 300 miles of radius?
I think it's important. It's important to, again, I'm not here to tell you what to think of any people or any nation. I will just tell you that there is a lot that the average person doesn't know about what's going on there, and there's a lot of propaganda either way. So it takes careful looking into to have at the best of our ability, because again, there are things happening where be familiar with. But there is a lot going on, and there's a lot of there's a lot of mistruths, a lot of stuff that we have to be very careful with. Yeah.
So you think? So you talking around a round table with the U.S. and Jerusalem ain't gonna solve nothing. Or let's go take a run at the facility and see what you got up in here. That is not gonna take it to effect. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to whack out Jerusalem. They got some stuff back there. What's nuclear weapons ain't nothing nice to play with,
Yeah. I don't really want to get into a full-blown conversation on that issue. I mean, I don't have a problem telling you what I think, but I got to go to I got to go to Sister Yaya, my brother. So we can wrap tomorrow.
Yes, sir. God bless.
All right, Sister Yaya, are you there?
I've been here before the call came in. Morning, please.
You've been. Nah, come on. You've been here, but you are not all situated and adjusted with video and audio. So I was waiting for you to get in.
Okay, because I'm going to say I hear you.
Yeah, but
before the call come in. But anyways, at the OCHA, it's the 287 for UBAD Educational Foundation Care Awareness Campaign. And at the OCHA, because in the interest of African descendants racialized as Black people, are they not on street in Belize City in front of the headquarters for the Ministry of Education for bring awareness to the injustice for years, primarily by schools in Belize sending children home when they not adhere to European care policies. One, send them home so they deny them education. Two, violate their right to wear their hair how they choose because that ain't right as one Belizean. So today that day, 287, usually on Tuesday, I call WB and bring awareness about this campaign. Finally, I don't know how much I done come out here. Look like I finally come out here for one day when the tourists then about. So I see how that got today. But since the last time I talked to the Mose, I remember I'm gone and I sit down and meet with Human Rights Commissioner Belize, President and Vice President. And they said they felt that they had worked on a case before with hair discrimination in Belize. So that about nothing strange to the Belize Human Rights Commissioner Belize. They agreed to send one letter to the Belize National Teachers Union, BNTU, and the Association and Belize Association for Principals of Secondary Schools. And they sent out their letters. To my knowledge, you don't get no response back yet. So I got on my t-shirt. Teachers got your back. We in solidarity with the teachers. We want to know if the teachers and principals of secondary school, all teachers of Belize, got the students then top. Because since then got for we back, we want to then got for we top. Because the only thing I've ever been told is the school, that are the school rules what the children and care code the school, they hear like that, but nothing beyond that. So we want to hear what the teachers and the principals they have to say, because they see the students more than we on a regular basis. And if they just go along with follow school rules too, we want it on record. So we'll wait to hear back from BNTU and BAPS, BAPSS, regarding a letter that Human Rights Commissioner Belize sent for them. They never date the letter, so I don't know how long ago Human Rights Commissioner Belize sent it today. So that's the part of it right now in this hair campaign. You hear anything recent, new about hair discrimination anywhere in the world, Mose?
No, I have not read anything recently. But I'm happy to have you on to again demonstrate the kind of exemplary consistency to stand and to make sure that the powerful and especially those responsible are held accountable to correct. Sometimes people don't correct things just because you point out that they're wrong. Unfortunately, especially the powerful, they need a little bit more than that. For whatever the reason, powerful authority figures are those who seem the least inclined to respond to, clarity and enlightenment, and to say, listen, we need to do something about this. So this is only one layer of consistency. Obviously, you have other things that you will do, but I also feel that getting others involved, I think it's appropriate to find out where the BNTU stands on this matter. I don't know what I think it varies from institution to institution how school rules are brought together. I don't know that there is an inclusive process at most institutions. But I do feel that teachers do have input, so it's an important question to have on the record to them.
On the notice, I have an African inspired hairstyle by Malika Wagner, my hair magician. Mose, based on what you said just now, under both administration, the ministers of education, the chief executive officers of the Ministry of Education, the chief education officers of the Ministry of Education, under both administration, consistently say there were constitutional violation. Now, if they know there was constitutional violation, and we keep getting these reports via the news, and not all the discrimination get reported to the news, then clearly, then just giving it lip service, not a work. We already had it twice for this year, both at the same school, Anglican Cathedral College, primarily females the first time, primarily males the second time. So the fact that the ministry kept the target and the violations kept get reported, that to me said that the Ministry of Education complicit in the hair discrimination and the injustice of Belizean students. So if the state know that there was constitutional violation, then they're not even about each school having their own policy. It's a constitutional violation. So the Ministry of Education are the primary leader in this process. Then the management of schools, oftentimes are Christian denominations, and then it gets to the associations or the unions. That's how I understand the line of command go. Now,
but we've also had issues at government-controlled schools. So I know for a fact that has happened. So again, from my understanding, school rules at most schools, most public schools, even if they are not under government control, the major part of the cost is being paid by the government of Belize. So if they say, listen, this rule has to change, and they're the one who pay the bill. Okay, so come down to that.
Yes.
But yes, I think it's also important to have all the stakeholders aligned on this matter. So yes, we understand that the government bears the responsibility of defending the Constitution and making sure that the rights are not being violated. But we also want to know that everybody is aligned downstairs as well, that everybody understands why this has to be this way.
Indeed, because they're still, and I appreciate Belizeans and they slow down their vehicle and they read the signs. Some of the past I said, I listen to the WUB right now. So I really appreciate the Belizeans' support. This past weekend, I'm down south for one gathering of Belizean women, primarily black women. And I met Christina Cox. And I, because of the hairstyle, people asked me why they wear the hairstyle, and I explained why. And she said for the youth, that's standard 5. And he has one long braid in the middle of back as an indigenous child who know history and the people. That one of the first things colonizers did with indigenous people, similar to African people, they shave your hair to make a disconnect from your people. And so she said she don't have no issue with she child in a standard 5 in a school at Southern Belize. Now, when he got to high school in about 2 years, hopefully the law won't change by then. But definitely UF will be approaching the indigenous people in the South for them to be in alliance. And I never think about that before I had the conversation with Christina. And it's for Belizean people to understand. Because you have a number of Belizeans who still say, That is school rule. Follow the rule. I'm not saying I'm picking at school. Listen to me. That's why we still enslaved mentally. Blind obedience give rise to resistance. The enslavement of African people was a legal matter. Law not make it just. And I really want Belizean people hear me on that. Not because they want law mean that it's right or mean that it's just, similarly to one rule. So please encourage your children enough to just follow one rule because the rule today. And a number of these young people, they question the rule because they're like, my hair not got nothing to do with how I land. And we also expanded the campaign to send an email to the Minister of Labor for follow Puerto Rico example in 2024, wouldn't change that the first Caribbean country would change their hair law for offer protection to students and employees in the private and public sector when it comes to how they wear their hair. Hair not just one style, especially for African people. It has always been part of European enslavement, colonization, a part of our identity. They could tell if you're married, what group of people you come from, if you're a priest. Your hair says a lot about who you are. Your natural hair, like how it grows to your head, especially black people. And if you choose to style it, what matters is that you have to have it clean. Yes, to that your hair have to clean, but absolutely no to the consistent cases reported in the news in all 6 districts over a 9-year period of hair discrimination, primarily among African people racialized as black in Belize and others.
How long are they out there today, sister?
And I just tell 12 o'clock, I come watch a little late most because I finally stop and drink tea there. Spooner's Reggae Cafe. And meet the Jamaican brother who we talk about more at once. And the partner. So I invite them to come on WUB Thursday morning because they will have one Juneteenth event at Spooner's Cafe with Belizean comedians. And I'm just so happy for, one space to have black ownership that Belize with a level of excellence.
So where had?
I was. I hear what you had, and I hear how you just blown away for how nice it was nice. But I had Johnny cake, beans, and leg without the yolk, and Milo.
Gotcha. Big up, guard.
I can't believe Janty. Now we can't never gonna the pay me hard. Me had pay me, I have to pay. I take the pay me ready.
All right. Well, give thanks, and of course you'll be here Thursday morning.
Yes. I will be next Tuesday morning. Weather permitting, I'll walk from Ladyville.
Okay.
I'll check you with her then. Until then, thanks Mose, thanks police, all of the people who save the people.
Give thanks, Sister Yaya, Chairperson, New Body Educational Foundation. We take a break and come back with the last wrap up for today's show.
Take a deep breath. You feel that energy coursing through your body? That's because of me. I am the rainforest. I produce the air you breathe. I make it rain. I'm also your pharmacy. I'm home to more plants and wildlife than you're ever going to see in your lifetime. I work hard day and night, taking in all the carbon dioxide you produce and turning it into life-giving oxygen. My personality is singular. My biodiversity is mind-blowing. My generosity knows no bounds. But then, so does your greed. I give you everything I have for free. I don't want thanks. I just want respect. I want you to stop acting like I'm just bush. I want you to stop treating me like dirt. I want you to see life, not lumber. I want you to always be able to come to me and find your roots, to unwind, and yes, to always be able to breathe deep. That's a privilege many will pay for, but it's not about money. It's about having a future.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Make light work lighter and quicker with switch technology from Axi Power Tools. Axi Switch technology breaks the bondage of power cords and grants you the luxury of freedom and precision. Switch one battery across all your Axi line power tools effortlessly, allowing for quick and efficient work. Cut the cords. Choose efficiency with Axi Switch technology. Only at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Hey, Belizean students! Ready to unlock your future? The Social Security Board is now accepting applications for its 2025 scholarship program. Whether you're aiming for vocational technical, high school, or an associate degree, this is your chance. To qualify, you must be a born Belizean accepted to a school in Belize, entering high school, trade school, or college for the first time, demonstrate financial need and academic potential. Don't wait! Learn more and apply online today at socialsecurity.org.bz. Deadline is Friday, June 27, 2025. Remember, only online applications are accepted. Unlock new opportunities for success with a scholarship from Social Security.
All right, we've got to leave you now, but with health and strength, we come back tomorrow morning at 6:30 for the Wednesday morning edition of the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. As always, we give thanks to the team that make it happen behind the scene. At Crumb Radio, Larry G. At XTV, the Glue, Mr. Cliff Flores. And our director this morning, Mr. Alex Hyde. Have a great Wednesday. As always, stand strong, stand firm. For now, we're gone!
Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show, my people. Belize our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. It's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a nation. We are the people to make the changes.